So as I'm wrapping up the home theater, what I decided to do in order to give me better balance with the subwoofer, because I've got the giant JTR over here on the one side, I get pretty good dispersion. It sounds, sort of distribution of bass. But I like to have the subwoofer disappear if I can, because I can still tell directionally where it is. So I'm going to hook up my Velodyne DD15 over here in the opposite corner, but I didn't pre-wire for that. So I'm going to need to address that by doing a wireless system. So this is a wireless system from Outlaw Audio, where we have a receiver that connects to the subwoofer, and then a transmitter that goes on the back of the preamp. So my Marantz AV8802A over here does have control, or I'm sorry, multiple subwoofer outputs. So I don't need to split it. So I'm going to hook this up here. All right. So I moved the sub. I moved it to the back corner because I have power, and I've got the Outlaw wireless transmitter connected to both subwoofer 2 output and to the subwoofer. Okay, so here's what we got. It's about time for me to dial in at least do the basic Audyssey setup. So I've got the couch positioned, where I want it positioned. I'm a good, roughly 2.5 feet off the wall. So I got the couch positioned properly. I've got my rear subwoofer connected, so the Velodyne DD15. And of course, front subwoofer. So standard procedure. I'm not a particularly gifted tuning expert, but I've got all my acoustic treatments, my acoustic paneling in here, and so now I'm going to run a basic Audyssey setup using the Odyssey mic. Luckily, I have my broken Gitzo tripod that works great as a mic stand, and so what I'm going to do is simply connect the Audyssey to the mic setup, which will automatically initialize Audyssey setup. Okay, so microphone's connected. Connected the front panel of the mic. Subwoofers are on. It's probably going to make me turn the subwoofers down. Amps are on. We're good. Okay, so position 1, it asks you to put it in the center. So what we're going to do is we're going to position around the couch. So we have 8 different listening positions, so that the Audyssey can then do the calculations. It's at ear height. Subwoofer's volume is too high, so let's put on subwoofer matching. So you guys can't hear this on this, but we have to turn the volume down to get it within spec. Well, it's kind of hard to get it in between. Alright, so I don't know if the speaker detection is capable of detecting the second subwoofer. Subwoofer 1 speaker, it only shows 1. Wonder why that is. So let's go next. So now we need to move the position 2. So I'll go through all these positions, and then I'll have to go and do some manual setup for the secondary subwoofer. But that's basically how you do an Audyssey setup. Alright, so we got our settings done. All 8 positions. Takes a while. So let's see what our settings look like. Large, Subwoofer, we need to set the 2. Small, 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 okay. I know that subwoofer distance isn't proper because I had to turn the volume so far down. The front left is 10.4, so this is 11 point. It's like an extra foot away. So after running the Odyssey setup, I, again, run like just a couple of quick adjustments. Let's make sure our 2-channel setup is here. Good, good, good. Front left. Front light. Okay. I'm gonna have to rerun this. So I'm gonna do the Odyssey setup again. I forgot to do the amp assignment. So the Odyssey was calibrating not for Dolby Atmos. So here's where I messed up. Where I'm gonna measure for both subwoofers. So that was back as I'm. I assigned my amplifier to Dolby Atmos. I had it in 11.1 channel mode, and then my channel select. So I forgot to have it measure, 2 surround back and 2 subwoofers. So now we can start our test. So my microphone is here. Which I need to straighten up. So it's centered. And we're going to start the test. So we'll go through this whole setup again. Alright, so I'm officially complete with home theater install now that I've done an Audyssey setup. So I officially have 7.4 or 7.2.4 Dolby Atmos. And so the speaker settings are all complete. So I ran the basic Audyssey setup. You can also go into the manual settings and take a look at the speaker configuration. So the configuration setup, large on the front and center, which they have 8s, 2 subwoofers, surrounds, surround back, top front, top rear. That's going to make a significant difference because I had it tuned incorrectly or had it just set up right out of the box. I've been postponing or just been too lazy to come out here and do this, or have been messing around in the garage too much. Subwoofer distances are obviously off, so let's tune these a little bit. So if the front left is 10.4, this is about 11.3. Subwoofer 2, was going to be right around the same distance, actually a little less. But all these other distances should be pretty accurate. Because the Odyssey has you set the subwoofer so low, I always find that I need to come in here manually and adjust it. So our level should be okay. Let's just double check. Okay, so check our crossovers, surround back, surround top front. Okay, so those look good. Subwoofer mode, LFE, and then our 2-channel playback is good. Let me go check the distances back here. Make sure these distances line up. 10.4 and 10. Because the Odyssey doesn't do auto. Alright, so let's just do a 2-channel test. Let's go to YouTube. And let's go back to Is anything HD that I care to listen to?
Tis the season of savings during the holidays on us sales event.
I'm going to set up the other camera with the proper mics and do some home theater demo stuff for you. So I'm in direct 2-channel mode with the 2 subwoofers.
Stars never heard.
What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor.